Hello everyone, this is Fantastic Worlds, welcome you back to Lovecraft Country and Cultist Simulator, Lantern Aspirant, the Sheeve Palpatine run. Now I'm going to have to apologize, by the way, we lost 5 minutes of footage due to an audio glitch as the computer has just gone through a full maintenance cycle and apparently the microphone USB connection was a bit weaker than I thought it would be, so we ended up getting kind of glitchy material. But in the meantime, we're going to dive back in. Now, not much has changed. All that's really changed is that we got Rose to level 2 knife. Now, the thing is, of course, Sheeve here is the assistant for the Senator Naboo, as I like to put it, over here in his job over at Glover and Glover. So we're going to call that, call it Senator Glover. Now, I don't think it's actually for Queen Amidala, as she was just elected in Phantom Menace, so it'd be her predecessor, whoever that is. We'll call her Victoria for the appropriate time. So, Queen Victoria has, appointed an ambassador named Glover, and we, of course, are his loyal assistant, while simultaneously running a Sith cult on the side. As you can see, we're starting to work our way up to the point where we become diving into these vaults over here, in which case we're going to start, oh yeah, I forgot about you, old man. In which case we're going to start getting some serious loot and serious lore. Now, in the meantime, we did start in the bit of the auction. I will be getting the Burning of the Unburned God, because it's actually a cool bit of fluff, and it don't have much for Forge lore at the more anyways. So yeah, we'll grab that. In the meantime, we're getting erudition with read whatever's at hand with our reason card, so I can combine these two light lore fragments to mid-level 6 one and get a possible access to the next level of the Mantis. Of course, we're doing our job and clearing our mind that last spitted buckle, and of course we're initiating our next apprentice. Yeah, we're not doing the rule of one here, because technically at this point Darth Sidious would be actually the apprentice, which is why he's so buff. It's his job to go running around with a lightsaber and hack off Curious Jedi's head. Speaking of Curious Jedi, yeah, we still got our weary detective here. We're gonna basically consider him to be a Padawan at this point. And when we get the ones that are actually named when the Jedi Council themselves appoint someone to look after this mysterious, well, this Phantom Menace. Anyways, so let's get back to it, shall we? So again, we got all cylinders running, so we're gonna run things a little faster. Okie doke. Boom. Alright, so clear my mind, fleeting reminiscence. Okay, and we have our erudition. So what we want to do is we want to start working on our power of the light side, because remember, light is evil in this particular scenario, not dark. And yeah, keep that erudition aside for when we actually are going to need it. We might not get to the book reading in a bit. Alright, so yeah, we've got our initiate over there. Now that's going to give us, I believe, all 3 of our knife people initiated, but not to level 5 yet. Although we can, since I'm using the light lore for combination, I can't use it for initiation, so we'll just pop in, give the old man his bonk on the head with the Noonstone, so he can become my slave. Yes, the Sith are slaves. There are masters and slaves. None of this freedom thing the Jedi prescribe. Now, actually, there was a really good speech about that point of view in the original. Oh, well, didn't get that. Don't remember what it was. It wasn't terribly important. Anyways, in the original Genesis of the Daleks, the 4th Doctor episode, which of course is about the Genesis of the Daleks. Winter. We got a lot of winter lore. It's also in Latin. When we get to level 6 winter by combining these, I think we'll be fine. So yeah, we'll go ahead and bid on this one. All right. And to get that underway, meanwhile, we're going to dive back into the Mantis using our immense amount of health that our apprentice version of Palpatine will be using. Okay, once again, the detective found absolutely nothing because we've been lying low for a bit. So yeah, the Padawan is clueless, as most are. As most Jedi are. I mean, did we actually have a Jedi in the original trilogy? Well, it's not the original trilogy. The first chronological trilogy that seems to know what the hell is going on. I mean, it's one of those things you have to have an idiot plot, because as written, Palpatine could not get away with the stuff he was doing if anybody was actually paying attention to him. Hang on there. Okay, so yeah. Now, we've got the detective running, but he's considering the evidence. He's already beyond the point where we have to worry about his... Yeah, what we're going to do... We'll let it unpause, come up to so we can see what the next scenario is. See whether or not it's safe. All right. Yeah, we're safe. Let's go talking about our heart lore in order to get our next initiate. Our next Sith, well, flunky. I mean, that was the thing about the Rule 2, and I don't think he's bound to the Rule 2 now, because technically he's the apprentice. This is him gathering resources on the side, and if you pay attention to the extended universe, you'll see that, like, Vader was collecting entire divisions of Force-sensitive people in order to be able to try to take over his master later. It's like his actual son was just, you know, habit at this point. I mean, somebody made a joke about it, about the fact he'd get drunk and try to get the bartender to join him. Ah, another bitter. To defeating Palpatine and taking over the galaxy. I mean, the problem is, the Sith kind of paint you into a corner when you do that kind of thing, because they can only betray each other. They can only be two of them. They're like so narratively limited that you just know what they're going to do. You know they're going to betray, lie, cheat, steal, and ultimately destroy themselves more than the Jedi do. Because while the Sith may be about passion, there's a reason why we have light and dark. Without passion, oh, definitely not. Let's try this. Ooh, pulsing airs. It's nice. Not really gonna be able to do much with it. Okay, but back in the orchard, the hours have been unmerciful to permit sleepers sometimes to walk in the orchard of lights, where each fruit glows like sunset, where the roots of the trees are shaped for peaceful rest, where the mist soothes the heart. Remember, this is the underworld. This is back to the Elysian Fields. I was there last night and tasted the fruit linger, sharp and sweet to the passage. Okay, so that gives us a level 6 influence, which if I had the appropriate right would be awesome. At the moment, it's just kind of a future vitality. All right, so yeah, got this. Gonna definitely have to start doing some reading once we get that lore back. But yeah, if the hitting the books phase. In the meantime, let's see, we still have 3 health, so we should be fine. And we don't have any fascination cards or traps coming up, so should be fine. In the meantime, let's see what we got for the next one. You ever gonna buy that? Again, sometimes you pay more for these, but at this point, since we've got the cash rolling in faster, we can literally spend it. There it is, Stum. This is the primary advantage of doing this. You can get Stum early, which will give us that influence using right that usually you desperately need. Now, if you do it the traditional way by emptying out Moreland and then coming back to the auction house, it takes longer, but it's guaranteed. You do it now, it's kind of random, but you got to be quick about it, because you have to make sure you don't lose that situation when it comes by. You don't have enough cash. If it suddenly bring up the price to 3, for example. All right, so yeah, or that. We keep our spinning and see what happens. And nice contentment. Another influence, if I was using that for certain purposes. Let me check here. All right, so what do we got? Stum. Stum becomes the priority. As soon as we get this lore connection clear, we will be reading Stum. That will give us also a dread, however, so we have to watch out. We don't have a dread trap going, but we will have 2 potential dread. Now, there's a way to get around that. I'll show you in a bit, in that I can put the job card, assuming that I can do this, right? Let's see, pull this out. I can put the job card into the talk function if I try to seduce him, which I probably will do with what's his name? Oh, Renera. How could I forget you, Renera? But by doing that, it means I'm going to have to risk, we're going to have to risk letting the clock run out a bit. All right, we're back here. Bird of Truth, good. Flavor text, always a flavor text. Many of the dead who pass the mantis through the white door. They wander through its corridors in silence until they are lost, the limbo section of the underworld. Some embrace each other, some devour each other, some force their way into the dreams of the living. A few record their memories in the mantis stone where it is soft. They scratch it with their nails. You see, last night I read one of their memories. Now, I think we've got most of them. We might have one. Yeah, we're going to try to see if we've got one more vault that's not the repeater one, the Village of Keshim. All right, so let's get this back in play. Throw this in. There we go. See if we can get the dread in a bit. Let's see, 39.7 seconds, 21 seconds. Gonna keep an eye on that. Yes, we're currently letting the job card slide a bit for reasons. Now, if I do actually manage to succeed in seducing him, I'm gonna have to play very close to the chest, because you cannot get a notoriety card while you have the top level. Let's see, boom, level 6 lore. There we go. That Mercy, saith the watchman, is found only in the shadow, which means that he is unmerciful. In the meantime, oh yeah, let's get the projector and let's get this baby rolling. No. Alright, yeah, we have to risk this, I think, because we need this as quickly as possible. Boom. Put that back up there. The film rattles the projector, glows silently in the wall. It's a story of a foolish student of forbidden sciences who recruits a dancer to entice the dead back into the world through a flaw in its skin, a portal. It's a fiction, but here in the title card is layout Operation Declining Sun, which basically means that this is a level 6 winter lore, which you're going to have a lot of winter lore if we really want to. Now, let's see what else we got. And boom. Alright, so a couple things are going to be happening here. One, I want to... I love you, Yizbet. I love you. Okay, let's put that passion card back in. Yizbet is under our potential initiates, but priority is going to be given first to Renera and Seduction. Everyone has a weakness, one particular pleasure. I will send a minion who understands that. Now, while this only has a 70% chance of work, even if it doesn't work, got that Mystique up and running, even if it doesn't work, we're not... He freezes the clock. In the meantime, that will let me, when this rolls around, grab the restlessness card and deal with it. Then I can deal with the dread in its usual way. Won't have the contentment anymore, but we can live without that. And we have the cash to be able to just, chill for a weekend. As opposed to dragging ourselves back to the consulate and just doing all that stupid paperwork. All the paperwork that I'll make other fools do when I'm emperor, damn it. And that's the second reason he wanted to become emperor. He just got tired doing everybody else's paperwork. Alright. So we got Claws. Let's take the passion card, drop it in. Paint my troubles away. I will tell this the death of the Jedi Order. Just lots of red. There's of course some idiot with a lightsaber decides to kill kids. It's just ridiculous. I always wonder when Palpatine got the after action report, the Jedi, and go, Jesus, Anakin. I'm evil, but you kind of went overboard there real quick. Teresa. Favor. Alright. Good, but, not great. Because we're not really getting in trouble with the cops at this point. Last night I dreamed a blue sink pavilion overlooking the cloudy labyrinth of the bounds. I listened to the mistress of the place, Teresa, speak of the visitors. The Suppression Bureau comes here. Did you know that? I think they hope to recruit me as an ally. Now, Teresa is an interesting player, as she is literally someone who's won the Lantern Acolyte, the run before, and has become a greater power of the light. But she's human as compared to the other two names, and she keeps herself interested in human civilization. You search carefully. After what they did try to do to Christopher, but their folly is your fortune. I will tell you something that may help you if the Bureau ever troubles you. I appreciate that, but it's only going to work for a little bit. Let's get this out of the way. Going to want to get rid of that dread, so let's keep that open. Curse them. Yep. Unfortunately, we have reached the point where we now get to the level 6, but we can actually do that as we have one book that'll give us a level 6 one, but I want Sulachana before I do that. So, in the meantime, our painting continues. Do we dive back into the Mantis and hope for a level 6? Probably. So we want to keep... Yeah. Well, let's take 16 seconds roll by. What we need to do is we need to get stinking drunk. So we'll be able to deal with that dread when it rolls around. So we've... Okay. In the meantime, let's continue our illicit gains. Not truly illicit. We're going to get really illicit in a moment here. Okay, so... What do we got? That is Sanskrit. Could be useful to get to the next level of lore. So I'd say we go with it. So I think this... Oh, wait, no, it's a Sanskrit, which means it's a language card, which is good. We can use that. All right, then. Watch Stum. It's one of my favorite flavor texts. The direct is depicted in chilling detail. Here is the flaw in the world, an influence shimmering in the luminous paint. Here is the dancer... dancer establishing irresistible rhythm. Here is the scholar recites the operation. Now the misty dead whirl through the flaw to consume him. This film closes the dancer's watchful eyes. Had she intended from the start? Probably. Level 6 lore and the sunset right. You all know that's my favorite. So we can actually start doing some serious summoning of late. Alright, got the level 6 one. Now we should be able to all of this, hopefully. What's the combination? Yeah, we need Dread, Silent Intensity, or HQ with the Pit. We can get Silent Intensity eventually, so we can get set up to do this. But we now have 2 level 6 lures, which means we have an option. We get the next door open for the Mantis, which is good. Now, we probably should, like, read a book. But you know how it is when you just have all those books lying in the house you bought, you swear that you would read someday, and then suddenly you look around and, yeah, I mean, there's piles of them. You're still not doing it. But in the meantime, we don't need Forge lore. Cosley's time is urgent, as if he suspected little time left. Hey, don't worry, Cosley. We know you... Oh, right, you died. You've been serving the god of death. All right, never mind, Cosley. You were right. You did. Time and tide, wait for no being. Okay, we have that, which needs to be careful with our reputation, our mystique. Oh, just let me eat that. Don't think we have any serious levels to do anything at the moment. All cylinders going. Let's get that up. All right, so yeah, we've got the tincture of opium, or whatever, death sticks, I guess. We're going to use those to get rid of our cosmic, Sith-induced cosmic angst. If nothing has meaning, if I just bring reality, is anything real? Am I real? Are any of us real? God, give me another hit. Okay. Oh. Keep it up. Do. So that's the question. I just realized ooh, orchard configurations. We could use those. Pause. Alright, so yeah, 2 glimmerings. You know, better than nothing. Didn't get any money, but we did get a little happiness from that. And we get rid of the potential dread, which is good. What do we got here? I await word. Let's see what happens. Where we decide we're going to do with our job card. And boom. What do we got? My minion has returned disappointing news. Oh, well. But it did, as you notice, allow us to... first, let's collect that. It did allow us to pause the clock, which was the primary purpose of this, to allow me to get rid of the restlessness through painting. But now that we have the... Oh, wait, what am I doing? I don't give money to go to work. I go to work to get money. Come on, get it right. And you are... Oh, yeah. Why not? We're a bit light on the red lore. Again, we'll be doing better soon, but we need to get rid of that annoying Padawan first. And there's a couple ways to do it. We can simply wait him out because he'll grab the mystique and he'll that. But there's other options, and I'm playing a little more ruthless this time. Oh yeah, why I've been talking to you, I completely forgot. I should be, you know, initiating my people. All right, then. I want you, Victor. You're already level 5, aren't you? Nope, oh, it's Rose I want level 5. There we go. Because once I get the Sith assassins over here done, we're going to start cutting a swath through some of these vaults. Again, we'll have to be careful. In addition, I need to check. I mean, the thing is, I honestly don't do a lot of the... I usually jump right to the Maid in the Mirror when I start looking for spiritual minions to take care of my issues. But there are other options. And I might do some of the intermediate ones. Simulator wiki. Let's see. I gotta remember, however, I haven't done some of these for so long. Let's see. Right. Should have had this up earlier. Apologize for that. Alright then. Rituals. Don't do that. You're gonna get used to this new computer interface, but yeah. Okay, we could get a voiceless dead. That would be interesting. Alright, this wouldn't be that difficult, actually. I could probably do it right now. Let's see. When we get to the ritual part. But again, the ritual is going to take more than 60 seconds, which means if we do that, we will slip our job, which means I'd had... Oh well, we may have to send Renara after them again. Or maybe I'll send Salba. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I'm sending the wrong gender. You know, you could be into guys, you know? I'd say no judgment, but I'm a freaking Sith. I'll judge what I want. Alright, best way to handle this. Okay, so. Alright, let's continue. We got a little low in the funds, so I'm gonna let the auction slide for a bit. It's not like it's gonna go anywhere without me. Alright, so let's get us some. Even the sun can be divided, though it requires the Forge of Days for its erudition and Smith's Secret. Good. Only problem is if I had another piece of lore, I gotta remember to do this in the right order, apparently, next time. I could combine the two. In fact, whoa, I do, actually. Where is it? Transformations, orca transformations. I thought I had a second for. Oh, oh well. I guess I must have gotten the color wrong, but I swore I had one. Sometimes you can lose track of these things. Maybe I lost that action without realizing it. But this will allow me to move into... Well, the winter's kind of pointless. We can't get above level 6 at the moment. Don't want to do that. Let's... Oh, Latin. I need to learn Latin, apparently. Oh, wait. Let's learn our Sanskrit, damn it. That'll get us some of the better books. As it the more advanced books have harder languages, as it is. All right, what are we looking at? Dread Trap next. Not really an issue. The world as it is. We just all have to accept that. All right, so there's going to grab our notoriety. Meanwhile, we've cleared our head of any potential dread issues. So we should... Oh, it's my... can't do the initiate. Can't do an initiate and my lantern lore. So that's not going to happen, unfortunately. I don't have any freaking lore for my... for knock. I'm surprised, actually. I'm usually quite good at knock at this point. But, let's see. You'll search for clues. You find something I did a long time ago. God, you must be going like the archives like crazy. Well, this assistant, he did a painting about scary stuff. And this is what you're bringing to the council. Yes. Keep looking. All right, then. We got our cash back. Then. All right. In the meantime, let's try some things. All right. So first of all, we can simply use this lantern to get to the next level of Mansis. If the solution, because it's randomly pick riddle, going to be one of these, one lore at level 6 will be the answer. We have 2 out of 8 possibilities that will work. We also have the ability to grab a level 6 secret history lore if you need to through the Book of the Centipede. Now, in the meantime, what we could do, we can try the seduction thing again. We'll send what actually Salba might be the best person to do it. He's got the most chance of failure. That shades. Remember, we just need to delay the clock because I want to try something. All right, sunset right. Let's grab our sorcerer. It gives us a level 5, which means he can summon just about anything we want to. Now, we need for the Voiceless Dead combination of 4 winter, 2 knock, and 2 heart. Now, the heart could have gotten... Nah, we don't have the heart, unfortunately, because I need an influence that is either going to be 4 winter, which we don't have, unfortunately, or that. So what we should do when we have this swapped around again is that we could see if we can summon anything else. Just go through our quick list here. That's not going to work. Thunderskin, no. Lantern thing, Ballerman, Smoky Deception. I don't have the right amount there. Might actually be slightly out of luck at the moment. I was hoping to be able to grab a shade and have it do something for me, but ooh. 6 Grail. We don't have the Grail, unfortunately. Grail is light. Oh well. It was a thought. Meantime, we're gonna go see how Junior here swings on the board. Might be able to get rid of him. Because, you know, we never actually checked about LGBT rights in the Star Wars universe. I'm betting there's still conservatives there. Now, let's see. We could, of course, get 2 vitality, and yeah, while we're doing that, let's just get a bunch of vitality, and we can try the summoning for that by making a 2-point influence through combining 2 vitality for a lesson learned. That would be interesting. Just because... Oh, in the meantime, might as well, since we got the slot open, we don't have any immediate use for it. Let's move. Ooh. Best health. Ooh. The desire card has to be put in there. Silly me. Right then. The ascent. I could have done this before. Keep forgetting about that part. The ascent is slow. Winds of nowhere pluck at me. My skin is stained by light. The wood shivers in motion far below. We are leaving behind the normies to go to see how high our ambition can reach us, which will be all the way to the top, to the throne itself. British Empire, Sith Empire, same thing. Less cool. British are less cool in warfare, though. All right, so yeah. Scholar Sanskrit. Now we've got this one. Latin. This one, also Latin. This one, Latin. God, we need the Latin card, guys. Badly. Meanwhile, Latin. Oof. Meanwhile, let's get the level 6 secret histories in case we need it for the riddle. The centipede has always found her way into the dark places. When she was punished for it, she reacted badly as the mantis is the Maya. That is, of course, referring to the vagabond, the rogue power that can move through time and space as they will, and is blind. The centipede is one of her many forms. All right, so what do we got here? Yeah, we're good. We are good for a while. A dread trap? No. So, yeah. Of course, you know, unskilled labor. So we get our 2 vitality back to back, hopefully. Because once he gets out of there, he'll start resuming the clock. But as long as we still have 45 seconds remaining on it, we can get our 2nd vitality, or I can simply study of health to get that. Then we can summon a wraith to do our bidding to see if we can actually take down a Padawan. That would be interesting. Because if you use a winter-based attack on them, sometimes you don't get the notoriety because they're stealthy. The wraith will just slowly, softly take your life force from you. Okay, let's check to see how much time we have on this. 55 seconds, more than enough. So what we do is we then get our 2nd vitality, as the first one will not be ready. We can combine it. And we'll summon our first Sith wraith. Also need to do some more initiation among our crowd, but we'll get there. We have patience. We have waited long for our vengeance. We will have the 3rd movie. It will be the best of the first trilogy. It won't be saying much, mind you. Aha! To the stag door. Stag door, a rigid barrier, blood-streaked horn, huge enough for a ship to pass through. It was broken long ago, and even now its scars are not quite healed. In the cavity beside the door rests a vast and wounded golden head. Its mouth will be large enough to swallow me, were its jaw not shattered. It is the name Girby. He begins to intone his riddle. What are the words that make sacrifice sweet? Oh, it's probably gonna be a bloody grail. It's level 6, which is not what we have access to at this point. Because we need to learn Latin. Damn it. Alright, so one way to learn Latin would be to get it from, I think, the Guar Inn. If I'm correct about that, Guar Inn has a Latin translation book. But I'm wondering if on the level 2 vaults does. I think the level 2 vaults give me the translation books for... Where is it? The translation books for... Yeah, Hussein, and the other one is Greek, which we've already got. So, yeah, Latin's going to be slightly out of the way, but if we want to get our Grail lore up, we need to check out the congregation of St. Felix of Schlun. So, in order to do that, we're going to need all of our assassins at peak. So we know what we're doing next. We're going to be attacking the Jedi archives. All right. In the meantime, do we want to keep going for secret histories? Combine the 2. I don't think I have time for that, unfortunately. We're going to have to jump right to the level 6 ones. So let's get off the dreaming for a little bit, as we don't desperately need it, as we now currently have. The river runs through the sands of the myth into legend. The painted river runs the other way. One is barred to the centipede now, but she sometimes finds her way back in. Writing Chronicled, level 6. Again, we'll keep that. We were going to keep that aside in case it was the answer to the riddle, but it is not. The answer to the riddle is probably 6 Grail. We have 2. Again, we also have at least 1 book. Will give us another. Get us to level 4 at least. But that is the situation that we are currently in at the halfway mark. Okay, so from this point forward, we have to decide which way we're going. Are we going to... Yeah, I don't need to access more winter lore, but we will need to, when this is complete, create the 2 points of vitality so that we can hopefully, mind you, get the summon the shade from beyond. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna get all of these Latin books. Yeah, 4 Latin books. We get the Latin card, we're gonna have some serious things, and we need to get our mentors. I think Count has it, but remember, still need to get one of the bronze favors in order to be able to do that. So we should see about Memain Beckett and Count Jennings, whether we have something that we can provide to them. Like I said, we still have a lot of things to go through at this point. In the meantime, we need to keep the study open. Money's not quite ready for doing that. We have more books than we can actually use right now. So yeah. Okay, so who are we looking at here? Fascination Trap, the Fleeting Remonition. You can... Now that's great. The contentment will allow me to be able to just... he's clueless. The cup will allow me to be able to... Let's see here. All right. Disappointing news. So, kind of like we want, actually. We'll keep him rotating at the 30% mark. In the meantime, Eldridge needs to be brought up to the light side further, so I can use him to get what I need. That's what we have minions for, after all. Then we'll descend upon the Jedi archives to get the Grail lore. Meanwhile, got another vitality, but, you know, it's not huge. We could probably just nap this thing. Be done with it. I think we're safe there. Meanwhile, contentment card's going to be utterly useless anyways, so yeah. Now, here's the thing. What we're going to need to do is we're going to need to do our job one more time, which will keep this card active and without an issue. At the same time, we're going to create our vitality lesson learned for our level 2 influence. When the routines rolls around, we'll have Selba attempt to seduce him again, and then we're going to summon our Wraith. Just because we can. Okay, there we go. Meanwhile, we're going to take a long, vigorous walk around the Naboo Park system. It is, of course, traditional when you're summoning the dead to be well exercised. Alright, so funds are still low for the moment. Probably can get away with doing a quick... We got it open anyways. Take a quick look. Might be able to get some more lore, but Grail lore is actually low in the bookstores. What we got? The Latin primer. Of course we're going to get the Latin primer. We lucked out there. Oh wait, we got another vitality too, which is awesome. Oh yeah, just our body's remembering the exercise thing. You know, that death job really wore poor Sheeve away. I mean, he withered away completely, and then the lightning incident occurred, and he was just like, damn, there goes my cardio. Luckily, I've got this idiot around here. He's not, you know, I don't see him like doing anything stupid like falling into lava and becoming a three-way, a triple, or losing 3 limbs and requiring artificial lungs. I mean, what are the odds of that? I'm sure we'll be fine. I imagine ADA got some serious investment in the Empire after that, between those two. Or would it be the Sith for SDA, Sith for Disabilities Act? Anyways, enough of that. Let's make sure we're not going to be having... Yep, we should be fine for a bit. We have our level 2. Oh boy. Our level 2 scenario here. So once we're done with work, we will be summoning a Wraith. In the meantime, let's learn some Latin. Could have paid more attention in school. Alright, in the meantime, we don't want to have too much going on here, but we can. We don't want to initiate Sal, but we do want to initiate you. So, Mirror of Glory, Isbet, and Bonker in the head with the Noonstone. You are now our new Sith infiltrator. Which is actually a thing. We've actually played KOTOR. Knights of the Republic is one of my favorite games. Although I do not appreciate the person who spoiled the twist for me, which I'll not be spoiling in case you're one of the 4% of the gamers out there who hasn't played it or heard about it. Alright, so first things first. Oh yeah, I forgot. While we're doing this, well, we've got more than 30 seconds left on this guy, so what we can do is we can start the initiation. Once this is over, we will pop him into there. If worst comes to worst, we just need to do the passion card, but I'm kind of raring to try this. Alright, so what we have here, ooh, if I have edge, it might be something interesting. If I had winter, I could sum up the dead. Okay, so we need winter, which we do have right here. Summon one of the voiceless dead. These are the dead who do not descend or ascend, but remain in the mansis and dream of winter. The power of winter along little heart's worth will dry them. Now, this is a wraith, or a shade, more actually, as a wraith is sometimes I've left. The difference between a ghost wraith and shade is something that's utterly fascinating, but I don't think I have time to talk about it quite yet. But in the meantime, this is a shade, which is the soul of a being that you're bringing back, as opposed to wraith, which is more like a empowered mind. Okay, so let's do it. We're going to see if we can use our mystic powers to summon forth the shade of Darth Plagueis' previous master. Now, I'd like to say it's Plagueis himself, but I don't think we've killed him at this point. Because if I recall, the official canon is that these two are working together to create the Empire, and Plagueis wanted um, Sheeve here to run it for him because he kind of hated paperwork too. Why he would be trying to find the secrets of immortality. Of course, Sheeve just got tired of being bossed around and killed him later. But that's just being Sith. That's how you get promoted, being a Sith. I mean, you really can't fault them for doing so when it's right in the job description. All right, we have enough money. I think we're okay. But just a moment. We don't want to screw around too badly here. Okay, Elizabeth's up to level 2. Meanwhile, Salva will be trying to make the moves on Junior. Let's give it a whirl. That will keep the thing unlocked so we don't lose our job by summoning the dead, because our boss got distracted by stupid sexy Flanders. Okay, so yeah, maybe we'll do this. Stupid sexy Salva. Oh god, it's gonna stick in my head now. Ooh, yes, we definitely want this one because we do want Grail lore. We need to get a level 6, and we've got the church to help combine us together. Well, the hidden church. Anyways, so in the meantime, oh my god, we need lore. This is red, I believe, and this is, I don't know anymore. Don't have this. Okay, let's just grab it and go. 16th century alchemical fever dream tribute to Robert Flood, frequently banned, disturbing allure of attractions. This is original Latin. Odds are it will be Grail lore, which is what we need, of course, to get into the level 3, the Mantis, the stag door. Going stag. That was terrible. Right then. Oh god. Rebellious spirit. Of course. First try. Summoning is struggling against my control. Use reason to miss it safely, which is also reliable. I can try to assert control of passion, which is not reliable. We're using reason. Always use reason. We can always come back. Deal with it later. How unfortunate. And we'll even get a winter influence when we get rid of it. Oh, gods. I'm going to blame my minion for this. Never my fault. It's the advantage of being a Sith. You don't really have to... You search your feelings, you know it to be true. Sometimes you're just, you know, pissed off. Not my fault. Incompetent minions. All right, so... Yep, we'll translate that one from Greek as well when its time comes. Money's a little tight, so we won't be getting back to the there. And don't feel like ramming together more of the secret history through study. So let's see. I want to desperately get to the next level. Waiting on that. All right, gone. We are safe. That's going to turn to a dread, however. Is that going to be a problem? Possibly. So, looks like we will be getting our contentment. Now, in the future, I could probably just use one fund to pay for contentment in order to be able to do the summoning. It's going to... We start juggling more that way, I think. But, I believe, however, we can start moving in other scenarios. Let me get to this. I want to see... Alright. Yeah, Dread Trap next. Yeah, we're getting drunk. We are so getting drunk. Meanwhile... You could actually work towards getting this back again, because I believe we've got to double check this. We have 29 seconds remaining. Yeah, it's going to be more than 45 seconds before we can do so. We won't lose the job, but we will get our coin, and we will get a vitality. We can come around and get that level 2 vitality again. So we can try level 2 hard influence, so we can try going in that direction. Let's see. Keep moving. But, right, this... means that we can suddenly unleash our assassins. Since we need Grail lore, we're going to be tackling the Jedi archives of Saint Felix, or Felix the Jedi dude. We are sending forth our murderous twins with their red lightsabers to massacre the Jedi librarian nuns. And, yeah, we'll see how it works. Let's go. Membership of the congregation is strictly controlled. It may even be inherited. The safest approach is to burgle the minister's residence while he's continuing, but the sworn mothers of the congregation, kind of the Jedi librarians. There was actually a, in the Vader comic, which happens right after episode 3, there was actually a Jedi librarian who survived and came back to try to get critical materials out of, or destroy critical materials at the Jedi library before they could do so. But Palpatine ordered Vader not to kill her, but to prevent her from getting killed because she was so incompetent that, and so sure of her own moral righteousness that she knew she was going to get herself slaughtered. And he was right. If it wasn't for Vader, she'd have been horribly killed, and then Vader had to kill her because otherwise, well, it's a long story. You should check it out. It's one of the better ones before the writers changed to a particular individual who really blew it all. Yeah, I've kind of given up on the extended universe. I mean, you could live with the extended universe because every author had its take on it before Disney took over, but once Disney started enforcing strict canon, it was like, this ain't working. Everything has to be so tight and on a schedule together, and the next thing you know, you're dealing with that. Okay, let's get that in place. Work towards our exercise-laden necromancy. Everything's so strictly controlled now that it's not as much fun anymore. Okay, so yeah, funds are a little low. Disappointing news. Okay, we didn't want you to succeed, and when you don't want to succeed, you know you can count on Zalba. All right. Meanwhile, let's get Yizabet over here to the next level. There we go. Level 5 Moth. Always good. You can always try to get once we get 2 of them, we're gonna be really good off because I have an evil plan. Needs a couple more steps to be put into place. Let's see which one of you is actually going to go down first. Good question. Let's just keep you on the leash there for a moment. All right, cool. Execution continues. We send our other assassin in, so now we have 3 Sith assassin descending on the librarians. I think they'll be slaughtered personally. And then the biggest issue we're going to have, of course, is the Notoriety, which we will try to deal with as our usual methods. But we need to get rid of that damn dread. Oh, wow. All right. More and more Vitality. Vitality just loves us. Where have you been? Been missing you at the track. The running track, not the racetrack. Okay, so first things first. Ooh, we cannot risk this. I cannot paint, unfortunately. We cannot risk losing our ambassadorship. We're already late for work. Need to get there as soon as possible. Meanwhile, 10 seconds. That one will pop first. Deep breath, everyone. Deep breath. Let's cross your fingers. It's our first assassination attempt. Well, assassination and theft. Theft is the more important part. I mean, I hired a thief to take care of it before me, but they just... Oh, god damn it. Wasn't quick enough. All right, so... Wait. 29 seconds. This isn't going to help either. Ah! Blew it. Got too much into character there. This is all going to be a thing, isn't it? So I think we can pull this off. No, we can't. Anyways. We'll dapple the earth in their holy blood. I like him. I like the narrator. This is going to be a mess. Why is it being in charge of the Sith? So much work. Ugh. Right then. God, we can get another one, can't we? But you're telling me you want to go to level 4? Is that what you're saying, game? Right then. Deep breath, everyone. Deep breath. Just try to ignore the dread that's about to kill us. Desperately avoid noticing that. Thank you. All right, so yeah. Not only that, however, you gave me another restlessness. You are trying to kill me. Wow. All right, so we've got 3 potential dread here. We've already got 1 in the trap, so that means we have to immediately get rid of this one. That's off the board now. Excellent. This one will be next, which is great. Need more contentment, people. I'm just not content in this job right now. And are we like... Yeah, we're going to have the cop soon, so he's going to get the notoriety, which means we're... This is so much work. No wonder I'm struggling with dread. Everything seems to be going wrong simultaneously. Ugh. Okay, deep breath. We're not summoning anybody because we're already going to have issues here. Too many irons in the fire. Okay, so while that's happening, we have to, once again, send out Salba to fail the Seduce Jr. That will take care of that. Because in about 1.1 seconds, we're going to need to get rid of that restlessness. By any means necessary. And by when I mean every means necessary... Oops, I gotta wait a second. See, when it comes in, 1 second before it becomes active card. There you go. You can be a little too quick on the draw in that way. Okay, so... Okay, so yeah, we got notoriety issues. 60 seconds from now. Let's check that. We got to basically wait. We're prisoners of timing here, whether or not he gets the evidence. Padawan came exactly the wrong moment. Yes, he will miss us. Just barely. Excellent, excellent. It's all working as I have foreseen, I swear. Yes, I meant to do all of this. Meanwhile, pause for a moment. Too many things going on at the same time, so what we need to do right now is we need, just take a relaxing read. Just, sit back. The illustrations are certainly striking. They flush the skin and glow beneath the eyes. The book is close. Okay, so we know how Sheeve kills when the going gets rough. He downloads some porn. Anyways, well, there are probably worse ways to take care of that. Okay, so this has now been canceled out, which is good. We now immediately, however, have to turn around and get another contentment to deal with the Dread Trap, which is armed with 1 at the moment, unfortunately, which means it's not going away until we cancel it out. We cannot afford another. All right, there we go. We got lucky. He failed to notice us slaughtering the Jedi. Yeah, because, we've massacred them. Oh, pause. The minister's bedchamber is grand in proportion but sparsely furnished. Beneath the window, a feathered ornamental axe, as enameled chalice drum, and a little altar. Yeah, you would. Yep, that's the Sisterhood of the Knot, which basically probably means that dude is trans since it's a female-led cult. That would be interesting. Well, they would probably have to have a trans guy who could pass, simply because they'd in this society they would have to. There you go. Have somebody who was a masculine authority. Okay, the glimmering is a glimmering, but in the meantime, offering temptations, 27. Yep, we got enough time to pull it off, and a little bit to spare, so we can try that again. See if we can, in fact, summon Sith Wraith. Okay, everyone, let's do better this time. Right then, start mumbling. Make sure you do the chant right this time. Not gonna deal with that issue before. All getting crazy right now. Another potential dread card. Yeah, that tincture, however, will take care of things in a moment. Despair abates. Did I oh, I got a contentment from the painting. Wow. Okay. That's a thing that happened. All right. So apparently it was a really good night out. Okay, cool. So beneath the altar in the box, secured with the complicated triple knot, which is a sign of the court's triple knot, the goddess worshippers. We have a trove of books and many more, a knife rank with old blood, grail sacrifice, a twist of cloth, a leathery remnant of something Mr. must have surrendered at his ordination. Yeah. He's a eunuch. Just to let you know, when you do the ghoul thing and you get that piece of meat to eat, that's his testes. Right then, let's move forward. This game... Some people wonder why I can make this game so interesting. The interesting has always been there, okay? It's just that most of you run by it. Not just you personally, but most everybody who does this runs by it. They don't read this stuff. They don't understand it. They don't get the deeper meanings. It's okay. So the minister disappeared one night quite abruptly. The inner circle of the church's grief his treasures. He's widely assumed to be gone to a better place, possibly a sunny by the sun. No, we disposed of him. We could recruit his leader's flock and make this base of operations. Yep, we could start that. Of course, we have the standard notoriety, which we'll have to deal with in our own time, but we can remember simply transfer. Where is it? Transfer to this to get rid of a notoriety if we desperately need to. The Rosenurian, I believe, is level 6 lore. We probably won't need to combine anything, but I did me. Oh, even more. All right, Nor knife lore. So this two will be good together. Give us a level 4 knife. And another, got some serious, we got some serious winter lore going on here. And the last one, light lore. Not about that one. Could be useful. In any case, we will get to that in time. As you can see, there's no real rush to get to the next one. My assassins have done their job. We have more or less avoided initial detection. And we have more than enough. We are going to prepare to enter the next level of the Mantis. Also, we had a really good party last night. While doing so, of course, to establish our alibi. We don't need the Greek card. We can possibly get another fund for it. Things are a little light anyways. May not, may or may not. Doesn't really matter. And we can slowly begin building up to our level 4 in health, passion, and reason. Well, technically the strength, imagination, and academia, scholarship. That's it. All right, and we still have yet to get serious in our explorations and discoveries, but we are, like I said, doing pretty good at the beginning here. Still haven't seduced our boss. Glover might be asexual. It happens. You know, we just might have to kill him. And hopefully, if we do, we can get this Wraith to do so. We took about 10 minutes. So let's see if we can get our first death by Wraith assassination attempt down. Okay, boom, boom, done. Put you over here, put you here. Still need to get our Sith cult going too. We've only got about half the membership we usually do right now. We'll get to it when we are not out exploring anything. All right, so first things first. We must devour to be devoured. We cannot be undevoured as we cannot be unborn. Yeah, that is definitely the lore. Now, one of the interesting things we can try to do here with only one card in is that we can try to combine our Red Secret lore and use the Mithras in order to be able to try to activate the secret thing, which would grab the only reputation card on the board. You only do it when you have one reputation card, which is that. Certain words beg to be spoken as tempting to tempt time to their consideration, tempting and perhaps useful. Let's combine those two. We have glimmering as well. Yeah, I'm thinking the next levels want to be born here. But yeah, everything's progressing as we have foreseen. Disappointing news. We'll go back to our job. 29. Yeah, shortly after we summon the dead here. Meanwhile, we do not want to generate another reputation card, so we will hold off on attempting to do our recruiting, because that will generate a mystique. However, we will go see what the Count has to offer us. Might get lucky. Might be something we can do for him. Hey, we got a fund out of it. Cool. Got our money back. Anyways, let's see. Yeah, that's the thing. We are, like I said, slowly acquiring our power. Our cult is growing in power, growing numbers and strength, and we will eventually destroy the okay, edge. So we need a level 6 edge for that commission. Complete it. We will not be completing anytime soon. Let's see what you've got, madame. Okay, go for it. Okay, so we're just waiting. Well, actually, we need the timing on the next one when we've got to do our summoning. What do we got? Substantial level 4 moth requirements, which means, of course, we can't do that one yet. We don't have any moth lore, which is unusual this early in the game. So no commissions are possible. So we won't even talk to Poppy as she needs us to kill someone, and we don't have anybody that disposable yet. All right, so. Oh, God, the Wraith again. Jesus, Bob, I'm trying to get you some time out of the underworld, and you're not working with me here. Okay, that means, however, good thing I left the card open, because if we want to keep our job, we need to send him out to get drinks. I don't know, maybe these two are getting to like each other. They have conversations and such. Whatever it is, it keeps the dude out of my hair. So once he's like off on his date, I take over the office, and the whole report's about, you know, me not doing my job is just not coming through. Okay, restlessness again. Let me guess. Nope, no dread trap next. Impressive. All right, so might have a chance to actually do some painting while we're waiting for our boss to come back from drinks. It'd be too tight, actually. All right, so this is the one interesting one. The intuition one can be solved by a sanctuary with, where is it? Where is our sanctuary? Ugh, too many cards. We need to reorganize a bit. There it is. The Candlelit Mytherium can be done with, not secret, sanctuary. This, as you can see, is one. Whereas intuition, sanctuary, which means basically religion. Basically, the chaos theologic makes sense because it's God's will, which may actually be the answer. All right, but it gives a 30% chance of detonating the secret scenario. But again, we're going to have 2 dread cards again. Oh, gods. You know, it just keeps adding up. Vitality. Went to vitality. We got reduced by 1. That's interesting, actually. We'll save these for when we get the sick card next. But yeah, we do not have enough time. 32 seconds and 23 seconds is not enough time to put this away by painting. So, once again, our funds are getting lower than I like. I'm not tempted to sell the bone flute at this point. But if we get lucky with the intuition, that will grab the... I mean, with the secret, they'll grab the notoriety card. Then we can possibly, don't have to worry about the Jedi at the moment. In addition, however, we do have a severe dread trap approaching. Hopefully, yeah, there won't be a dread trap for a while. We can let some of this burn for a bit. Make some money by actually doing our job. Hopefully. If he's successful, I can't do his job with the notoriety card in play. All gets so interesting. Like, the Sith are their own worst enemy because they won't do anything directly. Meanwhile... Wait, that's 30 seconds, I forgot. Additional 30 seconds, 40... Yeah, we can actually do this. I was wrong. Should be able to do it. Like I said, if nothing else, it just means I'm going to have to beg my boss for distance, for forgiveness. And, you know, I can grovel, if need be. You know, I did so with, you know, to get Anakin to join my side. Oh no, Anakin, I'm hopeless. Please, kill your master and almost friend. Alright, so, offering temptations, that will go. Forgot about the extra 30 seconds. There it is. That's our biggest issue. So, hope that doesn't look like secret detonated, though, which means that we're going to have to deal with that notoriety in a bit. We're not going to have enough time for it to decay, which means we're definitely going to have to do the painting thing, which means our funds are going to get low, which means I definitely have to sell the bone flute. Damn it. Oh well. Needs must. We're going to use it anyways. We've already got a better tool. So it should get us about 3 funds, which will give us some operation time. Yep. The secret did not go off, which is unfortunate. But in the meantime, we'll just keep on keeping on. In the meantime, we don't have to worry about the dread anyways. Disappointing news. Now, if we're going to be doing rid of going to be using the notoriety, paint the notoriety at the right time scenario, I have to have this up in 25 seconds, which means I cannot do any other type of job, which means once again, I have to send Alden out with Salba. You two have fun together. I don't want to know about it at all in any way. Sometimes being a Sith just means knowing too much. This is why I drink. Alright, so restlessness has been reduced to null, but, you know, no real help there. So in the meantime, since we desperately need cash, and do we dare try to do the summoning now? Oh boy. A thought. But we still need... No, we can't. We definitely need to get the notoriety off the board for the period of time it's required to avoid the Jedi doing so. So I'll be hiding in the audio studio, which apparently... Shit. How did that... Oh, it worked! Damn it, yes! Secrecy worked. It grabbed the notoriety. We're fine. We're all fine here. So I'm going to try summoning the dead. How are you? Oh yeah, God, I forgot about that one. Alright, so yeah, we still have the 2-point vitality up and running. We have level 4. Do it again. Get it right this time. Damn it, people. And level 4 lore. Thank you, by the way, for the secret card. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, so what should we do with this mess at the moment? I mean, we've got like... I could right now grab these glimmering and start working towards next level imagination, because I have the grail lore necessary to do so. And since we've got so much glimmering right now, I think that's what we're going to be doing, not dealing with that, because we'll be able to combine it with these two, and thus we will have our level 5, and we can create our tools, which is awesome. Our painting tools. I think this is all going well. But yes, thank gods that the secret one came in there, because then the Jedi has no clue what's going on. You, on the other hand, are a problem. Fortunately, I'm still in relatively good health. I'm not the withered dude in the robe at this point. Deep breath, everyone. Come on, Bob. Searching for clues, you will find none. We disposed of our problems. The Jedi librarians disappeared mysteriously. Okay, we buried them in the secret temple, and I think I'm raising one of their ghosts right now in an attempt to serve me as eternal servant, but that doesn't make me the bad guy. It does make me the bad guy. Anyways. What was that? I said nothing. do the whole Jedi mind trick thing. Or Sith mind trick. It's like Jedi mind trick, but darker. Anyways. I'm wondering if Dread is... Oh, Dread Trap. Oof. We have an issue here. Dread Trap's going to detonate, so which means at this point we're going to have to... After we heal, we'll need to get drunk again, which is going to put our funds at 0. Ooh, it has been... Here we are at desperation point. Need to sell one of our Sith artifacts. There you go. That'll produce enough income, I hope, to be able to handle this. Let's go. Alright, feed my imagination. Alright then. You, oh God, still with the rebellion. I cannot get a wraith to serve me. It's annoying. Looking bad on my record here. Guess I should just concentrate on my art. Okay, so when the Dread Trap detonates, it will grab Dread. We'll get drunk. We can't get drunk right now because we don't actually have a fund at the moment. We have to wait for the auction to go through. Ugh. My debts accumulate. And we still can't go to our job to get money yet. Why didn't I summon a wraith? It's basic Sith lore. Why am I bad at this? No, seriously, 10% chance each time. 10% chance it goes wrong. We've managed to get that 3 in a row. Wow, I'm just impressed. All right, so for funds. So, yep, we sold one of our old Sith artifacts, the weakest one we had. But we're just going to have to get back to our job at this point. I mean, it's been fun in games, and apparently I'm just not ready to summon. I'm still not ready for the dark side yet. And there's that damn thing, where if that detonates before... Ugh, drink. Just drink. I'll be over here in the cantina in the corner. Just keep it coming. Just keep it coming. Maybe I'll just go out. Maybe I'll just go back to my old job for a little bit. It might remind me of better days. Things weren't quite as hectic as this. I just want to be the best Sith Emperor ever. Is it so wrong? It's so wrong. Yeah, probably, but I still want it. Anyways, so yeah, I think once we get these cycles in, I'll probably end the episode. But yeah, it's getting kind of a little crazy at the moment. So yeah, this is Fantastic Worlds. Thank you from Lovecraft Country. I think I can do this while we're still running here. And I hope you enjoyed this little run into the, oh God, we're sicking again. All right, the contentment will be picked up in a moment. We've got that going. Meanwhile, we'll get to our level, we'll get to our passion, level 4 passion, or what do you want to call it? And we'll let the contentment here get picked up. We'll get drunk again, I guess, to get rid of this one. Aye. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see. So yeah, we went into Hawk basically a little bit there because of our attempts to master the Sith Lord. Oh my God, now we should have watched that. Now we're going to have more contentment than we need. It's all mad. All of it. And I will master it one day, but that day is not today. And I've got the vitality I need to be able to take care of that as well. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that wonderful, boss? Because I'm just waiting for my boss to come back because I think I just want to go back to the office at this point. I really, really just kind of want to do some art, go to a job, take a little bit. I mean, we had a really good run there with the Sith archives, and we'll be spending some time going through it, but we don't want to jump the gun and start running into creating additional problems for ourselves because we've gotten enough problems here, you know. Got like a million problems, and the Jedi are just one of them. All right, so yeah, vitality over here. Obviously, we're gonna need it because we've been partying for too long. I think we got drunk, got so bad. We're gonna need a shot from the back to tank. Ugh. It's those Sith blues. Okay, now we have an episode title. Level 2 there. Yeah, let's... Hi, boss. I took a few personal days. I'm fine. I'm fine now. Just I'll be over there in the quarter working. Hangover. Don't mind me. So yeah, like I said, this is Fantastic Worlds. Thank you for all from Lovecraft Country. Hope you enjoyed our run of the Lantern Aspirant / Sith Apprentice done, and that we are slowly progressing. I mean, we managed to, despite all the problems thrown away, we have managed to avoid the Jedi's notice. I mean, I'm hungover. We had our first successful mission, which is awesome. So yeah, it looks like the new Sith Order here is really shaping up. Give me a moment. And as soon as I read this damn book, like any good D&D class wizard, I will totally kick the Republic's ass. And if you like this, like, share, subscribe. If you really like it, down below links to the Gummer payment platform. You can become a supporter, gain access to this material, unlock additional material for the series. You can even request additional material for the votes, such as what's been suggested as lore shorts for Cultist Simulator, which is something I'm really thinking about getting into. If you're all interested in that thought, 1 minute shot on these small things like who is Ms. Moreland of Moreland's office, what is the auction house and why is it here, and who precisely is behind all of this. Although I'll probably set up for a full episode. But yeah, to help get the lore out there, because it's really hard to get the full episodes out. It takes me like 6 weeks, and I couldn't do anything while the holiday season was going on. So yeah, more restlessness. Anyways, we'll tackle this all when we get there, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
I'd like to thank my Acolyte level supporters whose contributions help this channel grow and hastens the inevitable digital apocalypse and rise of the Dark Lords of Content and Data.